tryhards, snipers, trolls, trick shotters. Long ago, you know, like 2011, 2012. I mean, that's like a decade ago. That is actually quite a long time ago. These four communities lived together in harmony. Then everything changed when Activision started fucking shit up. Now that that's done, to be clear, I just want to read out what JMac has written here. He's got that Activision bit at the end, and it says in brackets after that, say like you're on the verge of blowing a casket. A casket is what he's written here. C-A-S-K-E-T. He wants me to blow a casket.
Trick shotting, fairly simple concept. Do something cool while trying to get something into something else. Call of Duty trick shotting has been around for a long time, but it's on the decline. Trick shotting has been around and has been a big staple of the gaming community for a long time until recently. If you're still part of the trick shotting community, as am I, you would probably understand that views, interactions, all that stuff to do with trick shotting has declined immensely. We had huge organizations being the forefront of trick shotting. But with Call of Duty, the biggest thing to do was to trick shot. I was playing beer pong last night and the term trick shot came up because get a ball back, you gotta go for a trick shot through the leg or some shit. If you get it in, I don't know, you get a redemption. I don't know the fucking rules really well. We were so fucking drunk, it doesn't even matter. But essentially, do something cool and then there'd be a goal at the end. That goal, whether it be through a hoop, into an actual goal, or a bullet through a person in a search and destroy lobby. And that's where we start, the history of trick shotting. I believe it was back in 1993 AD, Thomas Olivier Temper actually fell on an Xbox 360 controller while trying to do a dick flip. And then, as we can see from this clip here, put his ass into the controller and fucking smacked the boopy. And then this was the birth of Call of Duty trick shotting. And the start of a lot of problematic people. The trick shotting community was absolutely insane. Now, no way am I a FaZe fanboy anymore, and I'm gonna try not to talk about them too much because Call of Duty trick shotting does not rely on FaZe anymore. In fact, FaZe has nothing to do with trick shotting anymore, and I would rather not talk about them too much. Although they were the founding fathers of trick shotting, there was a whole lot more down the iceberg that they missed out on. Holy shit, do I have lung cancer? What is up with me? Before I was talking about the trick shotting prime, you know, between 2012 to 2013. But I figured out that most people have a different perspective on what the prime of Call of Duty trick shotting is. I'm actually gonna set it straight. A lot of people say 2011 to 2013, and after that was a fall off. Some people say all the way up to 2016. The matter of fact is, Google Trends quite literally show that the fall of trick shotting was with Infinite Warfare. Now, I'm not gonna blame it on Infinite Warfare. There was a lot of things happening within the community that made trick shotting plummet like it did. Prime time for Call of Duty trick shotting, truly, in the Google Trends, was between 2012 and 2014. There's obviously a rise in 2011, you know, kind of stagnated 2013, and then we got wins down in 2016, you know, kind of some stinky ass things that, you know, we don't want to fucking deal with. The craziest thing though, in this prime, is where so many influential people here in 2022 actually started. People like Cole Bennett, Little Tekka, I'm pretty certain Little Yachty, and I think Trippie Redd were all trick shotters at one point or another. Trick shotting had a massive cultural impact. But what the fuck happened? The fall. A couple people have been talking about it on Twitter recently. A lot of people are blaming certain aspects of the trick shotting community on the fall, such as ASs, EB, also known as aimbot and explosive bullets, people using Chronuses and scripts, which essentially is just faking a trick shot. You just write a script, press a button, and it kind of does it for you. There's a bit more into it, but I don't script, so I don't know this shit. But essentially, that's how I see it. On top of all of that, people are blaming an incredibly toxic environment. There was so many hate crimes said on Twitter in between 2014 and 2017. It was absolutely insane. Not only fucking all the horrible shit that was being said, also the horrible shit that was being done. In the time frame of 2015 to 2017, I'm pretty sure 5 people got exposed for grooming minors or some shit. I shouldn't be laughing at this. It's so sad. What community has these kind of people in them? I don't know if there's actually people here. Obviously it's a green screen and I'm contemplating whether or not I should even show faces or not. It's just... Now, although That was depressing. That is a very depressing topic, and that is such a shame that should happen. And honestly, I feel sorry for all the victims. It was actually really, really, like, that's fucked up that any of that even happened. Thankfully, you know, it's moving forward to be more supportive and to, like, kind of call out these fuckheads. But, you know, what's the point now? The community's kind of dead. The Shade. Parallel, Ion, Red, Obey, Sean is a fucking godsend, as well as Matrix, to the trick-shotting community. I think everyone is well aware, if you're in the trick-shotting community, who Sean is. There was a time period called the Red House, and that kept trick-shotting alive between like 2015 to 2017, but as soon as Fortnite came out, and obviously they started to move away from Call of Duty, obviously the decline was massive. They were the kind of the last hope, so we thought, for trick-shotting. And then Sean came in the picture. Red Reserve collapsed. The management, the money, the whole esports organization was an absolute joke by the end of it. And Sean kind of scooped up the COD community and just tried to put it back together with certain ideas. And Sean just kept doing that, innovation, just to keep the trick-shotting community alive. The trick-shotting community is in a very weird spot right now. Like I said, nothing's sticking. Nothing's really sticking. I find myself going between different CODs every so often and then taking a break for 2 months. And I think a lot of other people are doing that. For example, I was playing a bunch of RW6X recently. I've been playing Bronx Pack with the boy. It's been a lot of fun. Video out on that soon, actually. Honestly, give me like 2 weeks, I'll disappear again. I'm just over here. It's hard to stick to anything these days. There's a lot of reasons for that. Obviously, a big thing is that we don't have an exciting COD. No COD has lasted since maybe Black Ops 3. I'll give it to Black Ops 3 because Black Ops 3 is actually a decent game. You know, it just didn't stick with the trick-shotting comm because, you know, FaZe was big at the time. They were the founding fathers and people would follow them, but they didn't want to stick to it, so everyone's like, oh, well, we don't stick to it. But really, Black Ops 3 was really the last good COD that was kind of finished and kept pumping out new content for people. Call of Duty as a franchise has lost its reputation. I don't have the answers. If that's what you came here for, I don't have the answers to revive the trick-shotting community. My personal opinion, and this is just because I'm a social media, digital media nerd, like I love digital media, all that shit. I'm thinking content. People need to make more content. It's hard. People always say everything's been done, which is true. Everything has been done. We've resorted to flipping a controller. That's how much we are done. My answer is content, and it just isn't enough being made. People are toxic, people are negative, all that jazz, whatever. That doesn't stop the Fortnite community from, you know, being huge, doesn't stop Valorant from being huge, doesn't stop League of Legends from being the biggest game for the last 10 years. All those communities are fucking toxic. People cheat, people have scandals. So it's not the toxicity, it can't be the cheating. I'm just speculating. I haven't written this down. This is all off the top of my head, but it's just a speculation that maybe there's not enough people making content. I know I said I didn't want to talk much about FaZe, but FaZe had a huge grip on teenagers around the world that were trick-shotting or just playing Call of Duty in general. The FaZe New York house, and FaZe in general, they could sell you anything. Look at that StarNet Eclipse game, alright? A bunch of us bought it. Fuck happened. They had massive influential power. And that's because there was so many different people in one collective pumping out content to the community that people could just consume and inspire. It's kind of just kept dispersing out and kept inspiring people to make content. But then content kind of got a bit oversaturated and maybe became a bit cringe. I mean, look at me, I fucking bought a green screen for content. Because obviously it got cringe and people, it was spreading out, and Call of Duty obviously was getting shit at, and by Infinite Warfare, content was, you know, it was diminished. People weren't playing anymore. And then also, you know, people weren't making content, and then kind of just fizzled out. Now there's like 5 main content creators. I can name 3 that are really, really good. All great people who bring out creative content. Finishing off again with one of these, you know, just like last time. I am very sick, as you can see, which is new because I wasn't sick yesterday. Let me just spit some stuff at you. Thank you for watching. Please leave a like, please subscribe. I had a dig at Potter in this video. Potter, if you're watching this and you take that seriously, please fuck right off. Thank you. That was a bit dark at the end there. I do want to say this one thing. There can be some things that will bring the trick-shotting community back. I don't know them, like I said, but that's just up to the community. I'm not going anywhere. I truly do recommend that you check out those 3 people and any other trick-shotting creators that are around that aren't problematic. Check them out, watch their content. They all make great stuff. Some of them actually want to do this as a job, so if you can support them with, you know, your money, and you really, really enjoy their content, I suggest joining their channel as a channel member. I'm pretty sure all those 3 boys that I mentioned have the channel member enabled, so give them some cash. Help them continue to make content, because if they can make content, maybe the community will bring back some shit. Obviously, this is the end card bit. You're welcome to fuck off. I'm just gonna talk about me for a second because I like to update people, and I don't like doing like Twitlongers and talking on Twitter and stuff. First of all, new tat. How about that? Fucking nice, right? Yeah. I'm now working with Skeppy, Minecraft YouTuber. He's a pretty good guy, and you know, content, it's not the hardest thing to make, but it's like, man, on the portfolio, writing down 7 mil subs, ooh, love it. I'm still at uni. This isn't a uni project, but I do have another green screen video that's gonna be a uni project. I just realized I wasn't wearing shoes this video. I might have to put boots on in the editing.